We've got Mr. Lee Evans with us. I'm delighted to say. Lee's here.
Hello.
Lee, how are you?
Yes, I'm absolutely fantastic.
It's lovely to see you. You've been away all over the world, haven't you? You've been filming in... Where was it?
I went to Hong Kong and Thailand.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I didn't really see much of it. I was in a sort of hotel room for most of it.
He's complaining already.
Yeah. Owns an outrage.
Someone else paying for the trip of a lifetime and you're moaning about you have to sit in a luxury hotel
Go on, a trip of a lifetime. I was in a hotel room and I went to work at 6.
You've lost touch with reality, isn't that?
I have. I sat in a smoking jacket and drinking a cognac.
This cognac's warm.
Yes, where's my cigarette?
So you filmed with Jackie Chan?
Yeah, he's got physical Tourette's. He's amazing.
Well, you know, you can talk. You came in here, you were pacing up and down.
Well, I thought, yeah, I know, because I get very nervous. I'm not very good at interviews. I start being a monkey boy and jumping around, which is really stupid.
We'll be the judge of that. We'll mark you out of 10 at the end.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
That'll make you relax.
Yeah, but no, he's a very unique guy, actually, because he's like been in the Chinese... He started off in the Chinese circus when he was like 6.
Yeah, they call it the Peking Opera, don't they? It's a weird athletic...
Yeah, oh, they changed their name now?
No, they've always called the Peking Opera.
Oh, right, okay.
People they don't like, they say it was the Chinese circus.
Okay, right. But, yeah, he sort of started off there, and I think it's just in his blood, and he's always, like, inventing stuff on set, and there is no such thing as the script. It doesn't exist. You make up stuff on the day. It's a bit sort of disconcerting in a way.
But it's incredibly considered all this stuff, because he's not a young man anymore, is he, Jackie Chan?
No, but he's got the energy of a young man. I don't know what it is. I mean, he sort of comes on set every day, and then he's got a team of about 20 stuntmen, and he just kind of shouts orders at them, and they start hanging wires up from the ceiling and start jumping about.
That's exactly what it's like when Terry Wogan comes in the morning. He has his 20 radio stuntmen who come in and just pave the way for him. But so what is this? This film is called, if I'm right, it's called High Binders, is that right?
Yes.
Right,
yeah.
I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea either.
High Binders, they just make, the film titles now, they just take 2 words at random and bung them together.
Unbelievable.
High Binders.
I don't know, maybe it's just a bunch of letters and they're all in the wrong order, I don't know.
High Binders, maybe it makes sense to dyslexic cinema goers.
Maybe they're just gonna, pack the cinemas.
Is there anyone in the film who is a high binder?
Yeah, there's 2. There's a guy, do you know Julian Sands?
Yeah.
Hello there. And that's how he was. Hello, Julian.
I don't think I've ever seen him in a half-decent movie. I don't want to worry you, but he's never made a good film.
Yeah, I know, Boxing Elena.
That was terrible.
I thought it was like about boxing, but it was about some bird in a box, wasn't it? I watched it, I went, aye.
He was in Warlock and Warlock 2, I believe, as well.
Oh, no, he's going to fail, isn't it, the film?
I think they might have made Warlock 3, but I didn't find time for that one.
Hi, my name's Julian Sands. It was like that in the morning, every day. I came in all knackered, he was like, good morning.
Let me guess, he's British, he's got to be the bad guy.
There you go, yeah.
And are you a bad guy as well, isn't it?
No. Oh. No, I'm sort of Jackie's partner, if you like. Yeah, so, it's all a bit... We're partners. We live together, got this flat.
But what does a high binder actually do? I've still no idea what a high binder is.
What it is, I think it's an old sort of Chinese philosophy. I think they've based it on that, which is somebody... What happens is in the film, Jackie dies in the film, and then he comes back, and all their sort of... attributes are exaggerated.
Right.
So, and obviously he's a good guy, so all the good stuff in him is exaggerated, and he can jump off walls, very similar to like the Matrix, and they do lots of... we had this guy, Sammo, was the action director.
Sammo Hung?
Yeah. And he was incredible. And I saw some of the scenes just before I come back cut together, and they're incredible. I love Sammo Hung, for people who don't know. He actually was a child friend of Jackie Chan's. That's right, they grew up together in a house, yeah. 3 of them who were big movie stars. We were in a group called the 7 Little Miracles. We were 7 performing kids. It was Sammo Hung, Huen Baiyao and Jackie Chan, okay? His real name is Sing Lung, I believe. You know all that? Oh, yeah, I know. That's amazing. I'm down with the Cantonese gentleman. Yeah, that's right. I get my props from the Mandarin. Sammo is amazing. What an amazing director. Because he's a blubbery, quite fat guy, but he's also incredibly athletic. I saw him do a somersault one morning. I mean, if you imagine, right, he's about, I don't know, 5 feet and very, very plump. Yeah. And then he can do like a flip, just flip on the spot. I saw him flip backwards, somersault backwards from the floor onto a pool table. There you go. Yeah, onto a pool table. That's the way to take a shot. I wish they'd do it on a snooker on the telly. No. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That would liven up, wouldn't it? Yeah. Steve Davis now going for the pink. Oh, good Lord. Look at that backflip. Absolutely. Well, we'll give him the game anyway. Yeah, or in chess or something. And so shooting, you were shooting where, in Hong Kong or in mainland China? We went to Hong Kong, which was an amazing place. Although I had on the first day I got really bad runs. Right. Because I couldn't handle the suit. Thanks for that. It's almost lunchtime in radio. I'm sorry, mate, but somebody said to me that because I'm not... I mean, I like Chinese food, but Chinese food in England is completely different from what it is out there. Over there, they just call it food? Well, they just got it in a tank in front of you, and they go which, and they point it out, and you kind of get that hesitant kind of, oh, I'm playing God here, and I'm going to point at that fish, and it's going to be on the plate. I really don't ever want to meet what I'm just about to eat, do you? Well, no, that's exactly right. When they bring me a lobster, I don't want to... I always set it free. Yeah, well, I don't know, and it went straight through me. That evening, it all started in the morning when I met this very nice couple from England, and they thought I was very polite when I had my breakfast and all that. That evening, I'd had this fish, and I sort of bombed through reception about 10 o'clock, because the producers thought they'd take me out for a bit of a nosh-up, and just clutching my backside.
Yeah, and so they re-evaluated their opinion of you.
Absolutely, I met them at the elevator, and they said, "Good, hello, how are you?"
I should imagine in that state you wouldn't want to share a lift with someone, would you?
It was a nightmare. I sort of got in the lift and I ran. I sort of got up to my floor, which is on the 10th floor. They got out. And then I thought, well, no one's going to get in from the 10th to the 14th. I'm on the 14th, so I just went, let well go. Suddenly on the 12th, somebody got in.
Yeah. You're not doing a lot for Hong Kong English relations here, Lee.
Then I gets out, right, and I'm running down the corridor of this hotel to my room, and I get to my door. Seriously, right, I get to my door, still clutching my backside, and my brain. I don't know if you've ever done this. If you're the toilet is like a couple of feet away, and you're thinking and your brain takes over and it starts to let it all kind of go, because you go, I'm gonna get there. I'm definitely there.
You're there.
And I sort of searched my pockets. I ain't got my key. So I ran. I saw this sort of door, and it said a waiter's entrance. So I ran in there, and I saw this sink and an ice machine. I went, right, the sink's mine.
No.
Yeah.
You used the sink in that way?
No, I sat on the sink, and then this waitress came in. And then I sort of ran out the door and ran down the corridor, and I did think at one point I'm definitely gonna use the window. But it was the 14th floor, and they don't like people to jump, so it just...
Yeah, never mind jumping, they don't like you to poo out the window either. And they don't specify that, they assume you know.
No one mentioned to me about hurricane season either.
Can you imagine? So you had... how long were you out there for?
I was out there for about 2 months. We filmed half the film in Dublin, and then half the film in Hong Kong.
And did your wife and daughter go with you?
Heather and Molly came out to visit me for a couple of weeks. They loved it. Little Molly loved it.
In Hong Kong, yeah?
Every moment of it, yeah. It's an amazing place. To me, coming from London, it was very similar to, I don't know if you've seen a film Blade Runner. Yeah. But there's roads above roads and roads going through buildings.
When you said coming from London, I thought you were going to say it's very similar to Chinatown.
Yeah,
which it is.
I know, I was talking to, I shouldn't really say it, I was talking to Jack D on the phone, and he said, get in a cab and ask for Chinatown. He said the cab driver would freak out.
Well, you just tell you to get straight out again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So then this movie will be out when? Do you know when it's going to be?
Well, they've got 6 to 8 months special effects. Right. There's a lot of CGI stuff and all that. This
could be a big film for you. I mean, I know you've been in big films. You've got another film coming up with Christopher Walken, haven't you?
Yeah, we finished that in Wales just before I went to Hong Kong.
You're a busy guy, aren't you, at the moment?
I don't like to sit around.
No.
What's sitting around's bad for you, isn't it? It's not good. Sitting around the house talking to the missus and all that. It's not good.
That's not necessarily a philosophy I'd adhere to, but you know, it's nice to know you expressing that kind of slightly pre-60s view of the world there.
No, it ain't that. I mean, she knows what I'm like. I can't sit about. I'm from my family, you can't sit about. You've got to be a bloke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Your old man sort of said, right, get out and work, you know, it's all that sort of
But it's not just that, you've got that kind of twitchiness about you, innit? I mean, you're burning energy all the time.
Well, very lucky to be able to, you know, I mean, we sort of write stuff and you're allowed to perform it. It's great. It's great.
It's a wonderful position to be in.
You worked all those hours doing the clubs and the universities and all that to do what? Sit around.
Yeah. You can't look at me when you say that, because of course this was all handed to me on a plate. I didn't have to do anything. But I'm nodding as though I do understand.
Yeah, it's like pop idols.
Let's play. Yeah, it was. Let's play some music, and we'll chat with Lee some more after this. What are we going to play, Andy?
I thought we'd as a sort of radio link, as Lee has just told us that story. This is called "I'm Going to Run Away From You."
I dread your attempts at humour via music.
I thought that was quite nice.
No, it's not. Tammy Lynn there, that's a fantastic track, though.
Good.
You know, a lame joke, but a fantastic track.
Well, it's just a way of, you know, keeping it all rolling on.
We got Lee Evans here, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking about his new movies, maybe Jackie Chan. He also made one with Christopher Walken recently, and I read somewhere you injured yourself on the set, didn't you, quite severely?
It's my own fault, though. It's me own.
Well, that's kind of a given. I assume that you were involved.
Well, what happened was I didn't check the because usually because I like to do a few stunts, you know, because I'm a young guy, why not? But I didn't check this window, and there's a scene where it's quite a funny scene actually, where me and Christopher are breaking into this house, and it's like a sash window, and it just comes down on me, and I'm trapped in it.
Right.
And I didn't check the window, and it fell through as I went through, and the beading sort of popped off, and as it fell to the floor, the nails on it pointed upwards, and I fell onto them. And then Christopher Walken went, "Ooh, it's gotta hurt." Real smooth as he saw me laying there bleeding.
Oh, and where did the nails go? You were pierced by nails?
Yeah, so they just took me down to the hospital and sort of give me a couple of x-rays and...
Wow, and a tetanus shot?
Yeah, and I waited on a gurney in the corridor for about 4 days.
Well, of course, that's what you look forward to.
Yeah, accident emergency.
They didn't take you down the NHS, did they?
Well, of course they did.
Christopher Walken, he could have opened a few doors for you. You must have Bupa.
Yeah, but no.
He must have some insurance.
We went to accident emergency and sat with all the builders with gashes and the
But I bet you've got nothing but praise for the hard-working folks of the health industry.
Absolutely, it just needs a bit of investment.
Of course, that's what it
Tony
is.
Blair on the TV the other day going, "It needs investment." Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you've got the money. Do it.
Do it, mate.
So this is going great for you, though. I mean, because these are big films. These are international stars you're working with now.
You don't know, do you? I mean, I enjoyed the process. The main reason I wanted to do Highbinders was, number one, work with Jackie and Samo.
And number two, find out what highbinders are.
And number two, exactly.
We're still not really any the wiser, are we? We still don't know what a highbound person is or does.
Well, it's what I mentioned earlier, you know.
Yeah, but it didn't make any sense to me. He came back slightly more good than he was before, and he's what? That's highbound?
Yeah. Well, no, that's what a highbinder is.
You don't know what it is, do you?
I mean, they do explain it.
You don't know what it is, do you?
Yes, I do.
You've read the script. Even you don't know what a highbinder is. It doesn't make any sense to anyone.
I do know what it is.
There's no such thing as a highbinder.
There is.
There's no. What is it?
It's a person who I did explain to you.
Do it again. I didn't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, all right, then I admit I don't know.
Exactly. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a highbound person.
No.
It's some sort of odd translation, and they've read it, and it's probably like thigh-bound. A person with big thighs, and Jackie missed off the teeth.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it.
No, you can't.
Because I don't know what it is.
Exactly. We established this.
That's the only reason you brought me in here, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go now.
Okay. I didn't write it.
we go now. We've got someone else coming in who's going to explain their movie title to us. You're on tour as well, which is... I'm amazed you have the energy to do this. You've just come back from filming abroad, you filmed a movie, and you're now doing what appears to be a very long tour. I mean, you're from February right through until June. That's half the year.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
I think, and then presumably you'll be making another movie at the end of that. Highbinders 2. This time it makes sense.
This time it makes sense.
Highbinders 2. This time we'll explain the title.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing something for the Beeb, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're doing a new sitcom, aren't you?
No, I'm not doing the sitcom again. It was crap.
Well, it wasn't the best thing I've seen you in.
No, absolutely.
But at least I understood what the title
I was so upset about it. I was actually literally heartbroken about that.
What was it called? It was called...
It was called So What Now? Because it was sort of my ambition to do, because of the history of the BBC, their sitcoms and all that, to do a really good sitcom, but it didn't turn out very well. I was really upset about all that.
Well, we won't dwell on it then.
No, I don't mind. It's good to admit it and all that. I've been through therapy. I'm fine.
I feel like I'm sort of in the psychiatry chair now. Tell me about your father.
I was just, he's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf who made a very bad sitcom.
Yeah.
But you're all over the country. I notice you're, when you at the moment, you're currently, when are you playing next? Tomorrow night? Tonight you're on stage?
Maidenhead, I think, isn't it?
Oh, so you're on...
Yeah, we're doing like a whole load of warm-up gigs, and then we start over in Coventry, isn't it?
And you're working right through until Saturday. Yeah, you're doing Coventry, and then you go into Bournemouth, you're in Nottingham, you're in Glasgow at the end of March on the 30th and 31st. That's the big gig, isn't it? The concert hall there.
Yeah, I like doing Glasgow.
Then Aberdeen, then Hull. Wow, you're all over, Oxford, High Wycombe. Incredible. It's a bigger tour than Clive James is doing with Pete Atkin.
Is he doing a tour?
Yeah.
Great.
You want to catch them? They do the rock and the roll, apparently.
Was it stand-up?
Yeah, they're both doing very physical stand-up. But I've seen you perform live, and you burn up the calories like no one else.
I know, I've only just started, and I'm knackered already.
Yeah,
it's like... I know, I don't like to sort of, I don't know, I can't stand there and just kind of rattle out gags. I like to sort of act them out and stuff.
So what do you like on holiday? When you go on holiday with...
I can't go on holiday.
Do you ever lie on a sunbed for anything?
No, I don't. I just sort of sit in the shade and white. I don't like holiday. Yeah, I do. My wife does all this stuff, like, go on, play with your daughter and all that, bury her in the sand and all. I can't. I sort of go down the beach, and I can't handle the whole kind of beach thing. I'll get down there and lay on the thing, and then this bloke comes up and says I've got to pay for it, and I thought, well, we're laying there. I thought it was part of the hotel, and then...
You could get someone else to do that for you. You could have, get a little one of Jackie Chan's many stuntmen to come down and
I don't understand the whole philosophy. My wife can relax, quite okay, but I can't. I'm all twitchy and...
So, okay, in the evening after a gig, you've been on stage.
Yeah.
How do you wind down? How does Lee Evans wind down? He's twitchy. I mean, you sweat a lot, we know that.
Yeah.
You're probably 2,000 or 3,000 calories worse off.
Yeah, yeah.
You eat? You watch a movie?
No.
You phone a sex line?
Yeah, absolutely. The chat line.
Because they put you to sleep, apparently.
Absolutely, they do.
If you pay them extra, they'll just say nice things until you doze off.
No, you get in the car, you go back and you do some notes and all that from that show.
So
and
you
then,
more work?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you, how many hours sleep do you get, Lee?
On average?
Yeah.
Don't know, about 4 or 5.
I'll give you 5 years. I'll give you 5 more years, that's it. And then it's going to be the stroke ward for you, young man. You've got to take your foot off the pedal a little bit. Come on. You need a hobby.
Well, yeah, I don't have any hobbies. I paint.
Well, you decorate paint, or you paint pictures?
I paint pictures. I went to art college and I really enjoy it.
Well, and what do you do? What medium?
Oils.
Nice.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's fantastic.
OK, I'll give you 10 years.
Thank you very much.
Now let's work on the holiday side of life.
Yeah.
Have we got time for another track, Eddie?
I'm going to put something quick in if you...
Well, let's have some more music and we'll say goodbye to Lee in a minute.
All right, hang on. Oh, you do this to me.
Well, you know, that's all you're meant to be doing is putting records on.
I'm back timing all the time. What about this?
Back timing? What's that mean?
I don't know. Oh, what's he doing?
Yeah, a little bit of Elvis, that's lovely. Is that all we got time for?
It's a live version as well. I was scrabbling around there.
We've had that sorted out before. We found out what Highbinder's up. We're not going to tell anyone.
No.
We're going to keep it a mystery.
Go and see the movie.
Go and see the movie instead.
It's an old Chinese... Isn't it an old Chinese... What is it?
Don't spoil it for them.
Oh, no, it's an old Chinese... What did you say it was?
It's an old Chinese bloke who binds feet.
Yeah, they look like they're in a garage, don't they? Look at them in that booth.
Lee Evans, ladies and gentlemen.
Where's me doll?
Lee Evans, you can probably catch him in 27 new movies this year. He's also on tour, and he comes round and does your children's parties for you.
Yeah, can I... Was that all right, though, Jonathan, that interview?
Not really. I'll give you 4 out of 10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Next time, work a bit harder, will you?
Yeah, all right.
Next time, when you all that time you're on whining, write some jokes down for us.
I know. Well, I can't. I'm not very. I can see the time ticking away.
Yeah,
who's on next?
It's the news. Next week we got Bjork on, Martin Clunes and Joby Hardy. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 from the BBC.